However, creative maneuvering by teams can still lead to super teams with multiple star players. Magic Johnson is often considered one of the greatest basketball players of all time. His impact on the game goes far beyond his accomplishments on the court. Johnson revolutionized the way basketball was played and influenced the strategies that are still used to this day. One of the key changes that Johnson inspired was the emphasis on versatility and positionless basketball. In the past, players were typically assigned specific positions based on their size and skills. There were point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers. Each position had its own responsibilities and limitations. Magic Johnson, however, broke this mold. At 6 feet 9 inches tall, he was much taller than the average point guard, but possessed the skills and court vision of a traditional playmaker. Johnson could handle the ball, pass, score, and rebound at an elite level, regardless of his height. This led to a new way of thinking about basketball positions. Coaches started to recognize that having a player like Johnson, who could play multiple positions effectively, was a huge advantage. It allowed teams to create mismatches against opponents and opened up new possibilities for offensive plays. With Johnson's versatility as a point forward, teams began to experiment with different lineups and strategies. The traditional center position became less important as teams could now play with smaller, more skilled players who could stretch the floor and shoot from outside. The concept of small ball was further popularized by Johnson. He showed that teams didn't necessarily need a dominant big man in the middle to be successful. With his ability to play in the post, as well as on the perimeter, Johnson helped change the perception of what a center should be. Johnson's impact on basketball strategy also extended to the fast break. He excelled at pushing the ball up the court quickly and finding open teammates in transition. This style of play became known as Showtime, as the Los Angeles Lakers, led by Johnson, put on a show with their fast-paced and entertaining brand of basketball. The fast break became a fundamental part of many teams' offensive strategies, with coaches emphasizing the importance of pushing the ball up the court and scoring before the defense could set up. This style of play not only led to exciting basketball, but also helped teams become more efficient on offense, as they were able to get easy buckets in transition. In addition to his on-court impact, Johnson inspired a generation of players to play the game with joy and passion. He brought a level of energy and enthusiasm to the court that was infectious. Young players looked up to Johnson and tried to emulate his style of play, as well as his positive attitude. Johnson's impact on basketball strategy is still felt today. Many teams continue to prioritize versatility and positionless basketball, with players who can handle the ball, shoot from outside, and defend multiple positions. The fast break is still a staple of many teams' offenses as they look to play an up-tempo, exciting style of basketball. Magic Johnson changed the game of basketball in more ways than one. His versatility, vision, and passion for the game inspired a new generation of players and coaches. The strategies he inspired continue to shape the way the game is played today.